What's up, guys? This is Magnus Manga, and I'm coming to you with my top 5 ongoing manga under 5 volumes. So earlier last week, I did a video on manga that are completed under 10 volumes, and so today I decided to do another video similar but a little different. The reason why I'm doing top 5 manga under 5 volumes instead of 10 like in the other video is because I feel like if it's an ongoing series like that's over 10 volumes, it can feel a little daunting, and so I want to do some series that only have a handful of volumes that are still ongoing so you can be caught up fairly quickly. So yeah, let's get right into the video. First off is Shoten by Akinari Asakura, and the art is by the acclaimed Takashi Obata, who did the art for Death Note, All You Need Is Kill, Platinum End, Hikaru no Go, and so many more. He even did the character design for this movie called Bubble, which was really good. I kind of want to do a video on it. And so, yeah, Shoten is about these two guys who are wanting to get into stand-up comedy. And they're doing a specific type of stand-up comedy that's really popular in Japan, where it's two guys who go up on stage and they have a whole bit together where they not improv but a little similar to it, and they kind of bounce off of each other, and it's really cool. And I think this series is really fun. While yes, it can be a little difficult to see the type of comedy that they're trying to portray in a series that is like a manga, it would be easier to understand in an anime. But I feel like the way the art is and the way the story is that they do a really good job showing it, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, that is Shoten. Blue Box by Koji Miura is the current sports manga in Shonen Jump, and it is a really good one. While it does lean more into the rom-com slice of life aspect than other previous shonen sports manga, it does a really good job kind of balancing both, and throughout the story we get to see both. We get to see some good sports, and we also get to see this kind of romance develop between our two main characters. So essentially it has a fairly kind of generic rom-com trope where the main girl, the crush, for various reasons she ends up living with the main character, and so it's them kind of figuring that out while he's also figuring out his feelings. And he plays badminton and she plays basketball, and it's just kind of a fun and wholesome series. There is kind of a love triangle kind of thing, but it would be interesting if that worked out, but I doubt it. But the covers are really nice, and I really recommend this slice of life rom-com. Sup, guys? I want to take 1 second of your time to talk about one little thing. With the recent rise in manga prices, it can be a little expensive to continue collecting on manga. So that's why I highly recommend you guys use Takara Cafe for any and all manga purchases. On the website, all manga is 20% off, and then there are tons of different ways to kind of bring down that manga price. And if you use coupon code MAGNUS22, you can get another 10% off your purchase. So I highly recommend you check out Takara Cafe today. Next up is Mission Yozakura Family, and yeah, you probably are wondering, hey, why are all these shonen? Well, the easy answer is because I collect a lot of shonen. Yeah, I know, I have a lot of shonen, I get that. I'll try and work on picking up some more non-shonen series, but it is what it is. And so yeah, Mission Yozakura Family is a really solid comedy, some action elements, and yeah, it's just really fun, kind of wholesome. It's always action packed, and it is great storytelling. I really recommend it. Next up is the manga that made my top 5 during both my top 10 manga of all time, and then also my top 10 manga in my collection and top 10 manga of 2022. Well, finally it breaks out of the top 5 and breaks into the top 2. and that is Go-Go Loser Ranger by Neji Haruba, who did the Quintessential Quintuplets. And this is a really, really cool take on the Super Sentai genre, or also known as Power Rangers in the West. And yeah, it's just like, it's really interesting. The main character, he's one of the monsters, and they kind of have a sad lot in life, and so the monsters had pretty much been completely under the control of the Power Rangers for like 13 years at this point. And the main character is kind of fed up with this, so he wants to try and take down the Power Rangers essentially from the inside. It's really interesting. I really like it. Yeah, and there's only 4 volumes out, so it's not that hard to pick up. Last up is Oshi No Ko by Aka Akasaka and Mengo Yokoyari. And this series, oh, it's so good. Currently, there are 2 volumes out. Volume 2 is on the way as of recording this video. And this, oh, it's so good. I can't go into a lot of details about a lot of specific plot elements because it's at the end of the volume there's a huge spoiler, but I'll tell you essentially the chapter 1. Our main character, he is an OBGYN, and so he had a patient who had cancer, I believe, and she was a big fan of this idol named Ai Hoshino, and the girl passes away, and so the protagonist, he also comes to be a fan of this idol solely because of that young girl. And then one day he gets a new patient who turns out to be the idol that he and his former patient both loved, and she was pregnant with twins. And if you're unaware of celebrity culture in Japan, it is way more toxic than it is in the US. If a pop idol has even any romantic partner, their whole careers could be sabotaged, and the company that actually runs their agency could end up getting destroyed. And so this is insane news, and they want to keep it on the down low as best as they can, which is why they went out to the middle of nowhere essentially to have to help take care of Ai. So the main character, he's like, yeah, of course I'll help you give birth and all that. And then right before she gives birth, he's murdered, and he gets reborn as her son. And it's such a weird premise, but it's really good, and it gets better. Just read the first volume and you'll see why it's amazing, or watch the anime. The anime it's insane. It's definitely going to be anime of the year for sure. And yeah, I highly recommend Oshi No Ko. There's only 2 volumes out, so it's not that crazy of a pickup. So yeah, it's really good. I know I've talked longer about this than I have my other series. It's just that good. So here are my top 5 manga under 10 volumes that are ongoing. These are some really great series. I highly, highly recommend each and every one of them, even though all of them are shonen except for Oshi No Ko. Actually, I don't know about Go-Go Loser Ranger, but I'm pretty sure it's shonen. Yeah, these are really, really good series, each and every one of them. Shoha Shoten is probably the one that you might be the most iffy about, but I definitely highly recommend trying it out, at least the first 2 volumes. But yeah, these are just some really amazing series that are kind of getting slept on because they're only a handful of volumes. All of them except for Oshi No Ko. Oshi No Ko is absolutely amazing. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. What are some manga that you've read that only have a couple of volumes out right now in the US, or wherever you're from? I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a great day. Ciao.